Holmes! Are you here? Show yourself! No one. Perhaps it is just as well. I don't know what my reaction to him would have been. How dreadful. That poor Miss Lucy hanging between life and death. Luckily, I was able to place her in good hands. But how the devil did Holmes know that a bomb was about to go off? And what's more, he seems to have taken advantage of the tragedy. No more Judge Beckett, no more compromising documents, no more proof. There is nothing at all.
Alright, welcome back, gamers. I'm Shot. Again, not literally. And this is my walkthrough for The Testament of Sherlock Holmes for wikigameguides.com. Alright, so quite a revelation, ain't it? Or very suspicious. Anyway, so let's go ahead and look around the room. Alright, go ahead and read that. I read
How
it before.
dreadful.
Right. Before we go to the one on the table, let's check out over here.
Aha! Toby, who knows where Holmes is. Kurtz's pipe. So, Holmes took it with him. I wonder if he would have fired at those fiends in the opium den. A few days ago, such doubts would never have crossed my mind, but today I find myself asking if he could have killed in cold blood.
Oh.
A fountain pen, just like the rat killers. Today, that dangerous maniac is free. And what's more, it is Holmes's fault. That inquiry at Westgate was a total failure. The paper Holmes used to wrap that mysterious package that he left at the judge's house just a few minutes before the explosion.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure most of you guys are thinking what I'm thinking right now. Though I've already played through the two truths, but like, I know what you're thinking.
And this is how my dear friend and colleague treats his clients' letters.
Alright, so that should be everything in the room. Anything else you can do?
No, I don't.
Oh. Let's visit Holmes's room first.
Locked. These events have shattered my nerves. I should sleep for a few hours. Or at least, I should try.
Alright, now we could go.
Doctor! There you are. I was poisoned.
By who?
Ah, you know him very well. Such a clever man. A brilliant mind, but so evil. He has hurt so many of us.
Who are you talking about? Holmes?
So hot. Flames. The heat is unbearable. Walter, I beg you. Where is he, that devil? One day he will have to answer to a higher power. Oh, I need air. I need water. Ease my pain.
Who did this to you?
Dr. Watson!
Is that Lucy? Lucy, you are wounded.
I can't find my children, Doctor. Find them for me. But I beg you, keep them away from Mr. Holmes.
Lucy, no. Why do you say that? Let me help you.
You are so kind. It is too late for me, but you can still save.
Holmes, I know you were in there. Holmes, open this door immediately.
I think that I would rather not.
Tell me the truth, Holmes. I need to know. You have no right to keep the truth from me. Tell me.
I am sorry, Watson.
Open this door, or I will break it down.
Do what you like. The door is not locked.
What are you doing? No, Holmes! No, it is impossible. What's going on?
Police!
Yes,
Open!
just one moment, I'm coming.
Dr. Watson, is Mr. Holmes here?
Inspector Baines, what?
Is he here or not?
No, I do not believe so.
Open the door, quickly. You're going to have to come with me, Doctor. We have a lot of questions to ask you about your relationship with Sherlock Holmes, and also regarding your movements early yesterday evening.
It's empty, Inspector.
Get dressed. We're leaving in 2 minutes.
Yes, I'm coming. I'll do all I can to help you. I would also like to find the answers to some of my own questions.
Sergeant, I'd like you to stay here with some of your men and search the place from top to bottom. If there is one clue here that will lead me to him, then I want you to find it. Doctor, you must understand that I am sorry about this situation, but if, as we believe, Holmes is a murderer, I won't hesitate to arrest him.
What did you say? A murderer?
You heard me, Doctor. The Bishop's murderers informed us that they were following orders from Sherlock Holmes.
Baines and his men have ransacked the place during my interrogation at Scotland Yard. I would never have imagined that I should be put through such an ordeal. I have always fought on the side of justice, but to be interrogated for hours like a common criminal, having to proclaim my innocence over and over again. Baines is convinced that Holmes is guilty, but who can blame him? Everything seems to point to him. I had thought that the worst was behind me, but here I am, as a suspected accomplice. All I need to do is to find Holmes, and when I find him, I'll decide. I'm going to search the flat. Perhaps Baines overlooked some clues.
Alright, that was a bit disturbing. Alright, so... Yep, to trash the place. At least Toby's alright.
Loyal Toby. Holmes would have shown us, wouldn't he?
Alright. Alright, so first, we're gonna try and find Holmes. So let's go to his room first.
Ugh, what a smell! It reeks of tobacco.
Okay, and let's look down to the mannequin.
This is what Holmes was wearing yesterday. Holmes has left his tweed suit here, so he came back to change after he left me in front of Judge Beckett's house, just after the explosion. Knowing that Scotland Yard is looking for him, he will likely have changed into one of his disguises. I just need to know which one. The best thing to do is proceed by elimination. I will use the wardrobe in the sitting room to reconstruct them.
Alright, so go ahead and start picking up pieces of clothing. Each set should have 4. So you're probably grabbing 12 pieces of clothing. That's 3. Four. 5. 6. Right, so we're gonna go into this drawer here and to grab more clues.
Holmes's tobacco. A hole. There must be a false bottom. I need something thin to prise it up.
Alright. Let's grab this nail right here. Use it to pry it open.
A hole.
Alright, everybody knows this character, if you're familiar with Sherlock Holmes.
A photo of Irene Adler. The woman, according to Holmes. Holmes's Victoria Cross.
Right, you're gonna need these letters right here.
A letter addressed to Zachariah Dossett, the clergyman? But what is that doing here? It's a rent reminder. But why should Holmes be concerned about that? Another letter, this one for a certain escort. Who could that be? This J. Escott must be a worker in the building. A letter addressed to a clerk of the court. Why in heaven's name has Holmes got that? This letter is addressed to a naval captain. My goodness. All these carefully hidden envelopes were addressed to Holmes under various identities. The addresses are therefore those of his hiding places. Holmes has never told me about them. I suppose that he goes there regularly and discreetly to pick up his mail. I cannot waste precious time by going to each of these addresses. I must refine my research.
Alright. That's everything in this room. So let's go around the next room and grab more clothing. I think that was number 7. 8. Nine. 10. Right, let's grab the coat right there. 11. And the hat. 12. Alright, so you should have all the costume pieces. Or disguises. Alright, so let's go to the cupboard.
I must collect all the pieces of Holmes's disguises and assemble them in the wardrobe in the sitting room.
Alright, so 3 pairs of shoes, 3 pairs of pants, 3 coats, 3 hats. So go ahead and you can analyze every one of them, see which is what. This one's obviously belongs to a sea captain. Pants, not so much. Alright, these pants make sense to go with that, so. And one obvious clue if you got it right is if you can no longer click on the costume, that means you completed the set, so let's put that there. So, the blue, let's put there. The shoes. Alright, let's switch them around. And let's look at the letters. J.E. Scott, Judgment Clerk, Captain Basile, Reverend Zachariah. Okay. That's let's grab the sea captain and put it there. See if anything happens. Nope, nothing. Maybe it's the shoes. Let's put this one over there.
There.
Alright. So the sea captain's not complete. Let's look at the other ones. This one's a bit stained. Let's look alright. This one's stained too. Both of these shoes are stained, so let's leave it at that for now. And a hat like that. And look at the letters now. So we got clerk. No job description right there. And a reverend. Right, let's put the clerk right there. Okay. It's not matching. Let's switch a little bit of the clothing with the shoes. No. Off the hats. No. Alright, let's put the shoes back. Maybe it's the coats. No. Let's put the shoes.
There. The entire outfit.
Alright, so remember that. That means the last one. Alright, look at this hat. Looks familiar. Do you remember that Reverend back in the diocese or something like that when he was running out of the room? So let's put the Reverend letter right here.
Perfect. Now I know what Holmes looks like, and I know where to search for him. Let me take a look at the map.
Alright, looks like we're going back to Whitechapel.
It would be better if I took some money before leaving. One can buy a lot of things with notes in Whitechapel. Baines's men have more or less spared my bedroom. How kind of them.
Right, so you're gonna need money. So go ahead and check the drawer. And this should trigger the next cutscene, I believe.
My money! Someone has emptied my wallet. I always keep a little money in it. The police can't have stolen it. It's impossible. Last night I was too tired to think, but now I have to face the truth. Holmes stole my money, like any common low-down scoundrel.
Alright, so on to Whitechapel. And I'll see you in the next video.